I've been using ordinary, generic yoga mats for over 10 years, and didn't care too much about them, until I noticed the subtle difference on this yoga mat that's making all the difference for me. It is the correct thickness to complete all the poses you want, not too thin that makes your knees ache, and not too thick to make balancing impossible. But here is the best part for me: no more slipping. I guess I didn't realize how slippery my old mat had become. When my feet and hands are secure, everything from down dog to triangle pose are much more comfortable with confidence. I didn't realize how flexible I really am, and how well I can hold a balancing posture now that I'm not slipping around. As someone who practices yoga virtually every day, I'm glad I treated myself to this new mat. I am even planning to take it to my yoga teaching trip in Bali. Really happy with the product. Thank you, IUGA.
I've been through 5 yoga mats, a yoga towel, and several grippy socks gloves to keep from slipping during yoga, especially Warrior 2 and Down Dog. This mat is the only one that works well. I've been using it for a few months now. 2.bra yoga towel worked, but you had to reposition it periodically. Same with the socks. It would disrupt my focus. Now yoga is much more enjoyable, that I don't have to worry about doing a face plant or knocking the person next to me over, which had both happened at least once before using this mat. And no break-in needed. Very happy.
Excellent grippy yoga mat for hot yoga. I have used Lululemon and Gaiam solid Dray grip mats, and this one easily compares in the non-slip category. I practiced both hot and hatha yoga. In hot yoga, you can drip sweat and you will not slip on this mat. Plus, it is extremely lightweight, so I love this for traveling to and from classes or to have at work. I still use the other brand mats, but I use this one exclusively for classes outside my home. The convenience of how lightweight this one is, and the lower cost, really make this one an excellent value. Highly recommend.
Love my new mat. I received my mat with no noticeable odor, much lighter in weight than Lulu or Lifewear. Came with a sturdy carry strap. I also use the sling as a strap for hamstring stretches. We find with normal mats that my hands sometimes slip in certain positions such as downward dog, but not with this one. The grip is fantastic. This mat had a nice cushioning underneath that's not too big. Would definitely recommend this mat and would purchase another when this one runs its course. Too sticky. I feel like Goldilocks. I have been searching for a new yoga mat to replace the butterfly mat that I loved but tore apart too quickly. I tried several, and this is really great for not slipping on it, but when I move my feet, the mat comes with me. I think if it were heavier it may stay better. But this brand seems to be the best quality, so the search continues with IUGA.BR updated 619. I think this is the best mat for me. The other sticky mat I got was so heavy. This is nice and light. Yes, it comes up sometimes, but overall the best.
Absolutely love this mat. I'm not a particularly sweaty person, but my last mat was so hard to gain a good grip on that I would often have to grip the sides of it while in downward dog to prevent slipping and falling. Don't get me wrong, it was a different way to open up your shoulders, but I still hated not being able to fully engage in the position. I've only used this mat once, but it was on rooftop yoga during a summer day in full sun. I didn't budge one bit. I'm actually sore in new areas on my shoulders and deep in the glutes because for the first time in a very long time, I was able to fully engage in the yoga positions without fear of falling. The mat is also very lightweight and easy to carry with the strap they provided. This may be a negative for some people, but if you practice outside, the wind may kick up your mat due to how lightweight it is. To be fair though, I saw several other mats also flip while we were practicing, so it's just something to be aware of. I'd trade that any day over having to carry around a heavy mat. The mat does make some noise when you're moving around, but again, I'm happy about being able to grip, and I think the bit of squeak noise just comes with the territory. The only downside is that I wish there were more colors to choose from. I've always been a big fan of yellow or orange mats and like to practice my flow on my favorite colors. Basic black works too, though, so this is not a major concern. If I remember to do so, I will come back after a few months use and update this on how it has held up.
I have been through various yoga mats in the past, and the IUGA mat is by far the best mat I have purchased and used. I do hot yoga weekly, along with other classes, and would always find myself slipping even with the pricier mats such as Manduka, which is totally not worth the money. I would slip within 4 minutes of hot yoga. the IUGA mat, I literally will be drenched dripping sweat, and I do not move or slip out of my boss placement on the mat. Great mat, save your money and buy IUGA.
I have been debating about what mat to get for months. I hate to shell out a bunch of coin and then not know if I'm going to love the mat.brIt new yogi. I've been practicing a little over a year. I do yoga at a studio and at a gym. Hot and unheated. For unheated yoga this mat is fantastic. It grips so well. It's long and wide and just gorgeous. Bri haven't tried it for heated, but I spilled a little water on it and it was kind of slippery. I would use a towel for hot yoga anyway since I sweat so much. Seriously, cooking butt soup in my leggings at every hot practice. I know you're jealous. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to the mat. Bri got the blue marble and it's lovely.
This mat arrived very quickly, and it was packaged well. It has a very slight odor that was gone by 4 or 5 uses. It's the perfect thickness for my needs and yet it's not heavy. Very light. I love the color. My 2 favorite things about it, eco-friendly and latex-free, and it's so non-slip. It's amazing for not slipping no matter how sweaty I get. I definitely recommend it. Also a huge bonus, affordability. me.brIt, my feet and knees do stick to it at times when I need to be able to slide them across the mat. Also it doesn't lay flat at the edges. I've been using it 5 days a week for months and it's still rounded at the top and bottom. I tried rolling it up backwards but that didn't help. I still love it in general, but those 2 issues are bothersome.
My husband convinced me to finally upgrade to a better mat now that I have made yoga a part of my daily practice, and I am so glad I did. My previous mat was perfect for beginner moves, extra cushy for support and didn't get too sweaty, but I noticed my hands always sliding in down dog or my feet sliding out in warrior poses. Now that I am using this mat, it has made a very positive impact on my daily practice. I never slide around and feel so stable and strong. It does have a small odor when first opened due to the rubber material, but it goes away quickly and I never notice it anymore. It does tend to attract pet hair or dust material easily, but I just wipe it down before and after my practice to keep it clean and it has never been an issue. I like to spray my mat with homemade essential oil cleaner, just to give it a fresh smell, but it really isn't necessary to keep clean as this mat does not hold moisture and repels water, so it is never sweaty after. I would image this mat may be good for hot yoga, although I have not yet tried it myself. It is definitely very sticky and stiff, which I love, but if you want a mat you can slide around on for your flow preference, this may not be the mat for you. I have been using this mat daily for about 2 months and I am so very happy with my purchase. Even my cat loves it too.